Ask the locals and they'll tell you how good Newen's bakery is. But they may be about to lose him after the landlord threatened to double the rent. Newen simply can't afford it.
Coffee.
Na Newen is one beloved baker.
Fantastic. Best food ever. Best pork rolls.
They have the best pies, best coffee.
Come on down for a blueberry apple slice, the best in Carnegie.
Carnegie in Melbourne's southeast is home to this family business, run by Newen, as he prefers to be called, and his wife too. A harder working pair you're unlikely to find. Tell me about your work day, Newen. What time do you get up?
We normally wake up at midnight, and then sometimes my wife not busy, so I can go home about 3 or 4 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yes. Or if she's busy, I'll stay till 6 o'clock.
So you get up at 12 a.m. and you get home at 6 p.m.
Yeah. 7 days a week.
You're a hard worker, Newen.
So we're lucky we live in this country. We got job, we can do. We do what we can do.
Newen doesn't complain. He has a family to support, and granddaughter Natalie keeps him going when the days start to drag. Newen's sense of gratitude is born out of his personal journey from Vietnam to Melbourne. Shortly after the war ended, a teenage Newen was conscripted into the service of the regime.
And I was forced to go to the army of communists, and they sent me go to Cambodia to invade Cambodia.
Newen didn't believe in violence and escaped the army to a Thai refugee camp, gaining New Zealand residency where he would learn skills as a baker before settling in his dream destination, Australia.
We made like you, so we build this country. So work hard, pay tax. That's better than someone who stay home, get paid from Centrelink. No good.
For more than a decade, Newen's shop has been a local favourite, but its future is now under a cloud after Newen's landlord asked for a rent increase of almost 100% year on year. At that rate, Newen will struggle to earn a crust.
If I lose the business, I got nothing.
English is not Newen's first language, and he worried that his voice would get lost as he tried to negotiate a better deal.
Sometimes I worry about my English is make it the people don't have a voice.
Well, we're here to give you a voice, Newen.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, how are you? Good, thanks.
Good to see you.
Chris has been coming to Newen's shop for years. Earlier this week, he observed his favourite baker in distress.
Newen broke down in tears and told me that he's having to look up closing up shop because they're looking at doubling his rent. I was quite sad to see a member of the community in tears and upset.
Chris is leading a people power campaign to save the shop, and it seems he has plenty of support.
I think we need to fight for all these small businesses.
It's not fair, no, not at all.
To double the rent, I think, is a bit over the top.
While Newen says he was paying about $55,000 in rent annually, the lease has now expired. His month-to-month agreement is closer to $70,000 per year, and the new ask is about $115,000.
Retail rents in the Strip have been absolutely skyrocketing.
Property expert Michael Spector from National Retail Group is working with Newen on behalf of the landlord.
The landlords are a private family. In fact, the landlords are also immigrants. Their position has been that they are sympathetic to Newen and his family, but market rents in Koornang Road, Carnegie, have gone ahead in leaps and bounds. And so the landlord really, they're just looking for a simple market rate return. And if anything, they've been more sympathetic to Newen and his family because they can empathise.
Lawyer Chris Karatselios from PCL recommends tenants start talking with their landlord at least 6 months before the end of the lease.
Because that will give you an idea as to the likelihood and inclination of the landlord to grant you a new lease and what their expectation of rent is going to be.
Newen's landlord promised a current affair they'll let him stay until a new tenant matches their asking price. Newen hopes his business can survive, but at the very least, he says the recent community support for his oven-baked products has warmed his heart. I can tell a lot of people love you here in the suburb of Carnegie. Can you feel the love?
I can feel it. Thank you.